Facebook analysis about Desiree Blosser by me, Taylor Beitzel. The overarching structure of this video will involve the Johari window, which has 4 different sections and a total of 134 adjectives that you can choose, your partner can choose, to explain their personality. The open window is overlapping or matching adjectives, so what I chose and what Desiree chose. Hidden, which are any adjectives that Desiree chose that I did not. Blind are adjectives that I chose that Desiree did not. And the unknown is the total number of adjectives minus the open, blind, and closed numbers. For open, we both had that Desiree is caring, happy, kind, maternal, responsible, silly, sympathetic, and thoughtful. And I thought that the first picture on the right-hand side was really demonstrated her maternalism. And that's why I chose that adjective, along with her silly face photo, which is why I chose silly as one of the adjectives that her profile demonstrates. Next is the blind profile, which are things that I chose that she did not, and I included carefree, cheerful, extroverted, giving, intelligent, lively, pleasant, relaxed, and sociable. I was really surprised that she didn't put sociable just based on the amount of friends that she has. She has over 1,400, and 1,200 of those were added after she started college, and so I was just very surprised. She seems like a very social and outgoing person. For the things that she put that I did not, she had that she was calm, lazy, observant, organized, protective, quiet, religious, reserved, respectful, sensitive, sentimental, serious, strong, trusting, and trustworthy. The one that I found most surprising was definitely the religious. There just wasn't anything really mentioning religion on her online profile that I saw, and so it was just very surprising to see that one come up in her hidden quality list. So for the unknown, there were a total of 102 adjectives, meaning that we both chose that 102 of the adjectives that could be used to describe her were not applicable to her online profile and her own self-perception. Now to connect it to a couple of theories, the dramaturgy theory of identity offers a convenient framework for the analysis of identity expression only. It assumes that all life is like acting, and so it has different frames and different performances. So, for example, you have a front stage and you have a backstage, and the front stage is what you present to the world and what you want people to think of you, whereas the backstage is kind of your personal beliefs and things that you don't necessarily want to promote about yourself. This is obviously becoming more real as online social media grows, because people are able to just present what they want to online. So, for example, Desiree, like I said, she identifies as, being a religious person, but none of that was viewed online, and so she was able to kind of have a front stage and a backstage in that manner. And it's also becoming much easier to promote your online identity, as you can change pictures and videos more often, and that allows you to keep your identity kind of fluid. As for impression management theory, that states that mediated communications channels are a tool for managing self-relevant information in pursuit of self-presentational goals. And so this is directly connected to the dramaturgy theory, in that it's what you want to present to the world. And so I just kind of took the intro that Des made on her Facebook, which has Hakuna Matata as her lifestyle quote, a quote that she lives by, which obviously means have no worries, and so that makes me feel like she's a carefree and caring individual. And she can constantly change that and update it according to any changes that she would like to make to her online profile, her online identity, and the identity that she presents to the world. Lastly, just in conclusion, the Johari window provides a lot of how Des perceives herself versus how I perceive her, and then even versus how we both see her. It's a really interesting dynamic because, people think differently of themselves than what they present to the world. The impression management, I kind of took it as, she has different identities based on where she is. So if you look at her school identity, she spends a lot of time with her small group of friends, especially in this major. And in her hometown, she obviously spends a lot of time with her family, but online she mixes both of those and then presents that to a larger group of online friends who she probably isn't as close to, but definitely considers someone that she wants to know about her life and keep updated. And then for the dramaturgical, Des does have that front stage and backstage. The open and blind sections to me demonstrate the image that she's trying to present to the world, whereas the backstage is kind of, it's more of the hidden adjectives that she chose, which demonstrates her personal